Mr. Singer, during the webinar last year with the European Commission Coordinator and Combating Antisemitism and Fostering Jewish Life, you mentioned that the European Jewish are not safe anymore to walk in the streets of Europe. Also, I read some statistics from different organizations that many young European Jewish don't feel safe in Europe anymore and want to immigrate. They said anti-Semitism was a problem in their countries. How this issue is being handled?
Now, first of all, it's a big problem. And really, 80 years after the Second World War, Jews once again cannot walk freely or safely, I would say, on the streets of some of the cities in Europe. And I'm very happy that Tirana or any city in Albania is not on this list. So the only way to deal with this is through the proper policies of the governments, through proper legislation of the parliaments, through law enforcement by the law enforcement agencies, and by controlling to some extent the social media that is inflating this kind of activities. The very fact that we really have to speak about this is a problem by itself. I don't think we're going to solve this problem. I don't think this problem is solvable. And from this point of view, Albania is absolutely unique. And I just said it a few times today, and I want to say it once again also to people of Albania, that you live in a unique country, and you should be very proud of your country and what is happening here. And I hope that you can be an example to other countries in Europe with all the diversity and all the issues and problems that I'm sure you also have as a society. But the issue of tolerance is very high on the agenda here, and the issue of coexistence is very high on the agenda here. And I think you should treasure and safeguard this unique value that Albanian people have.
How is the European Union fighting anti-Semitism? How is their commitment so far, and what are the challenges?
Well, first of all, I think that the European Union takes this issue very seriously. So they just published about 6 months ago a special report on this issue, including the action plan. But unlike many other occasions, this action plan was approved by all the member states of the European Union, is fully budgeted, and is now becomes operational through different agencies and different countries. So I feel very optimistic about the intention of the European Union and of local governments to fight the issue of anti-Semitism. As I said, I don't think we'll see the end of this fight during our lifetime, but I do think we have to give it a decent fight, and it's not only about Jews. It's it's always, sometimes it starts with Jews. It never ends with Jews. So we're talking about what is Europe in 2022, and what is Europe in years after. So you said before that many Jewish people don't feel safe in their own communities. Their families live in these communities for hundreds of years. Their contribution to these countries is enormous. You check it in the fields of culture, medicine, science, almost in every field. The contribution is there. And the very fact that people have to consider today if to stay in this or other European country because of their personal safety, being Jewish or being Muslim or being a Christian, the very fact that it happens these days, it's a big issue. And I think that the European Union is really taking it very seriously. And unfortunately, it didn't happen 10 years ago when it all started. But I think that we're moving in the right direction. The very fact that people like the Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, or the Speaker of the European Parliament, or the speakers of different parliaments participated in our first Balkans forum of fighting anti-Semitism speaks by itself on the fact that senior leaders came to the point in time that they believe and they think and they act to fight the whole issue of anti-Semitism, of bigotry, of hate. And I think, unfortunately, we came to this point, but I think that the different governments take this issue today very seriously.